EDG can tend to play a retake. There's going to be a wall to break on the way through, but they are set up with their 5v5 as the spike goes down.
Yeah, one of the few teams that is still going to be running a Sage pretty much anywhere, but especially in pistol rounds, it's definitely going to be
the retakes are on already.
Irritation. Now, EDG have held on to a lot of utility as they now look to set back into this retake.
Yeah, a lot of stuff still to work with. That nade already going out to clear an angle. It's allowed them to focus towards the site. Yet does well to still grab one. The paranoia a little deep. EDG already bypassed it, now catching multiple kills on nobody. It's left all down to Devi, emerging from the smoke.
Damn.
He's only good for one. That pistol round win goes to EDG.
Did you get smoked like
Wait,
that?
the Omen didn't flash spawn. What is...
Haven't got a lot to brawl with. Open fights should favor their opponents unless the numbers advantage come through. And we are seeing the exact same.
We're about to just get a ton of retakes, 5v5.
Yep.
Every round,
literally. So
literally.
it could be even easier for EDG.
Isn't this a fun meta?
Also,
you guys aren't enjoying it?
I am.
It's kind of wild.
So they now have still that paranoia, multiple flashes. Like, they're going to have to make a pretty severe mistake. And again,
I don't support teams that support Kang. W.
Just to get them the information. The only real danger is just aggression, but
oh my god, there's no way.
Oh my god, they're so blind.
They have managed to at least find themselves a kill, but they need to get so much from this position, even dying to a blast pack. And Devi, his late lurk may not be expected, but he needs to buy such a ridiculous amount of time, and it isn't going to be happening.
That's your kill?
Quite close enough, although the spike does quicken its pace in ticking towards the end. It's still 2-0 for EDG. Presence towards this A side.
We need him. We need him.
Like, in most of these fights you're taking, you have a
look at how
heavy
EDG
advantage in terms of weaponry. And the one thing EDG
everywhere.
can do is group
Everywhere,
up. So they don't throw the flash early, they sneak
time
up
they're
on
gonna flood,
they play
though.
it slow.
Yeah.
EDG have rotated in. Just look at that mini map. Four players very close
it's hard
by,
though against
on the
Sage.
way, and they've made the right read. The info denial as well. They know there's one player towards spawn on the side of PRX. That's not enough to really make a move. Devi is disgusting. He's making a lot of dangerous plays, but in this round, that might not have been the right call.
No, if they can get the rifle back especially, that would be an extra pain that they have to deal with. Also, every player being revealed, no hidden lurks can really be happening. Paranoia is good, but nobody's actually able to capitalize off it. Counter flash is just a little bit too late, and they are being picked apart. Just a couple remaining. Mindfreak.
Did he raise ult?
Bring back the
raise ult?
a little bit. Another as he's just popping head after head, but it gets a little bit shaky.
Wait,
that
it onto something, and the one versus
no!
one,
Wait, someone had their knife out, right?
Yeah.
Imagine you guys are like, no.
For now, though, back to the slow
yes, you're wasting your energy. No, you should not sit down.
A little bit of aggression. Especially with how easily they've got into the post plant, I really don't mind the operator. Just allow him to sit on an angle and try and shut things down. And Mindfreak again, he's had a decent amount of success in some of these early fights.
I'll sit you down,
For now, though, EDG doing well just to try and...
Wait, you guys think Edward's watching? I forgot about Edward.
And again, you can see it's basically
a
retake set up over on that A site again, just with a
Chinese billionaire. He could have us taken out.
Trip.
I forgot about Edward.
The fake, or the attempt to sell a fake on the B site is decent, especially when you've got a Viper's Pit online. They can't afford to give this ground up and play behind the wall. And as they play in front of the util on A, price is paid. Smoggy down, and a null command used for PRX as they claim control of this site, presumably unchecked. Remember, also a Viper's Pit for post plant, and this op is still lurking around. There's a lot of red flags flying for EDG.
He might find the space though. They don't even realize he's here because he was already past the angle initially. Chichu at least finds a slight gap. Already though, Thrash.
I feel like if he gets that kill, he should just kill the site guy too.
Keep going for more?
His teammates are down numbers anyway.
Slowly on the wraparound, he was following it, but the shots might have just given his position away. The operator going to hold the gap in a wall. You'd expect something to hit this shot all day long, and he won't miss. 3 kills already to his name. Little bro going to be sent out just to try and claim some extra space, but for now, still a lot that EDG need to do, and not a lot.
Too hard of a retake.
Kankan, the last man standing,
nice try.
He will meet the same.
No, a decent rifle to fight with, some range potential, and nothing but sheriffs to back him up. It's not a round I expect EDG to win in, but it is one that carries a lot of danger on the side of PRX, because we've seen before how strong EDG were on a retake with weaker weapons.
Again,
what do they got here?
They've switched up. There's been so much presence on that A side.
A Cypher alone with a Sheriff. The wall broke on its own.
One defender, Chichu, he has been the point of contact.
Oh no, Forsaken's on bomb duty. It's the worst job ever.
Expended here. You mentioned that some of these rounds got close. Well, PRX don't want to allow that to happen
Damn.
again.
Yeah, with
on the Sage wall, over the Viper ult
as well. Everyone's sitting pretty, and there's still some util to play with. Going through that Viper's Pit,
I can see what's happening.
Sheriff is the only thing worse than having to take that fight out in the
Viper
open.
ult is
When there's this many
insane.
rifles on the other side, they're trying to play the RNG, but the wall is blocking, absorbing some of those shots. Even though there's a gap in it that EDG are now going to use as they make their way through. There's a TP out.
What? What? Ooh, imagine.
A real chance for EDG to fight back in this round. It's something left. Low HP on Smoggy with the decay. And it's an op to work with for something. Now the heals come through. That op needs to land its shot. The time already running. Can something even save the rifle at this point? He's got to run fast.
Who kills while he's
that rotation in? Concon is going to be nowhere near the action, and Little Burrow is going to be making sure that plant is in. I don't think they're going to be able to deny. Oh no, they have. Okay, that's something that will at least buy a bit of time.
Yeah.
So like they're not taking control of anything. They're just playing all main.
After losing it last round, EDG on the retake.
Which is like
Kankan's going to be a big
usually pretty hard, but let's see.
They can open up some of these sight lines. Have to get past the Viper wall, the util down from Omen, and they're actually passing it on the PRX side, running it down, taking fight after fight with nothing but success. And we talked about this operator. Well, it's now all that's left.
They should contest the mains more, right?
Will not happen, and he might not get out of here. Just about making it around into spawn, but they're hot in his heels. He wants to take some shots, but none of them are landing. 5 HP and a classic to close it.
Is enough for them to try and just pull
rotations.
He
daggered him too.
Over the last few rounds just haven't been working. They need to try and get some of those early fights in, and they'll win one. Concon's removed Mind Freak. He has been the biggest thorn in their side thus far.
All right, let's see if they can hold anything.
I like this position from Smoggy. Good shots last.
Oh my God, this is so bad.
But they're a little disjointed. The 1v1 taken against how
one guy's running with
his health.
For EDG,
yeah, is there kind of molly him? Or molly off the wall, maybe?
From the shadows.
Bounce it.
And Mind Freak's right back into the fight.
The shot doesn't Did he shoot it?
No! And finds bullets coming back at him from Mind Freak, who was dropped moments earlier. This is a disaster for EDG. They're losing players, but nobody. He doesn't want to lose this round. Holding strong in the flank from Smoggy's good. It's only 1 yet left. He's made it to A. He'll find it, but he doesn't know where these last players are.
Forsaken, unfortunately.
Or Jing.
Won't be able to join him. Low
oh my
HP.
God.
Wait, I like the spot.
Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, actually this spot goes hard.
He's going to go pushing round the back, but
they're
instead,
gonna be worried about all of them.
these angles slowly being cleared. Looking to try and pair
Can't
back
one
up.
use Omen
someone's going around?
Waiting in the corner.
Damn, he's going to get flanked.
Quite look in the right direction if a wraparound comes in, but actually...
I don't know, the spot is kind of hard to pull off too, though, right?
Starting to tick.
I guess it's kind of wide.
Kill one first. Kill one
first. Wait, is he
overcooking? To get into a much stronger after plan. Monyet, though, getting tagged further and further.
Wait,
I don't know.
Oh my God.
No, oh my God, he did it. No.
You got it, yeah. I think you got it.
3-second auto win.
It's going to be the Koch again. And they just can't find themselves around.
Maybe it's a talk as well.
Any story set up by the PRX side. It's not happened yet, but...
Can I please sit down?
You know, they can have that rise back
All right,
up.
Dad.
And even just getting themselves, I feel like, back in the seat a little bit, ready for bind. Because
did I sit down?
even though EDG is strong on that map, I'd never want to play.
Kankang's using Fnatic Classic. Is he actually?
It's a scary.
Don't let Edward know.
Take on this squad and
do not let Edward know.
Approach much different than what we saw from PRX, who leaned heavily on finding open space on the A site, which they did so often. This time PRX are leaving A open, looking more so to fight into middle, and that's exactly where they're going to find that scrap. Already good
David is always good for that.
That initial fight almost negated it for Forsaken.
David!
And if Haldon didn't find the kill on something, now the numbers are thin slightly. For EDG, they can take advantage of this. Same sized map, but less players to defend.
EDG needs this 3v3.
Yeah, this is a big round. It's the only chance, I think.
Definitely been
the perfect timing on the repost too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is flawless.
No, David's reading the game perfectly.
Yeah, he's perfect.
But that means that he can just keep
it's like Berlin level shit.
Wait, this guy is fasting, right? Tarik, you know?
Is he?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy's Muslim.
Have I?
It slowed them down, but they found Mind
That's what my chat was
and they
saying.
know that Monyet's around here. They've got to deal with him. They want to get this fight.
Yeah!
With a beautiful shot and now a crossfire angle. Devi easily closes that out. His
SMG, that means they're probably going to do something spicy.
I'm curious to see how much damage Forsaken will be able to output. This is the thing. A tag from him makes any of these other weapons deadly. But he's playing a much more passive role in this round.
We got a
Until
game.
dispensed on A and the rotate around towards top mid. It'll be a much slower round.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit.
Control over middle of fight. In fact, on
hot as fucking here, no? The heat's on.
Oh! There was no
way. All right, I'll stay.
Good kill by Kankan.
Yeah, that's a big fight to have because it also gives them a lot of space over onto the site. Outlaw in position and the slow.
So hot. So freaking hot.
The players on the attack. They're going to start falling back, but Devi has now retaken that space and we'll just wall it off.
Walk up behind them together.
A little piece of information.
Yup.
That's something that can be brought through. They are now going to start building up.
Jack, can you leap over this or not?
EDG side is okay.
Nah,
well,
probably
if
not.
they walled this, it probably means there's no one
Oh,
here.
we have the same mind, bro. I thought the same thing.
It seems like that left side's jumpable, but they still hear the sound cue with how close they were. Now Forsaken hasn't quite managed to get the damage done on the Outlaw, and the flank through by Chichu is being watched. He's beautifully positioned.
The judge is out?
The jumping judge.
Are we serious?
Wasn't quite anticipated.
Judge
Even still,
up.
that's the only kill for PRX so far, and it may well be the only one they find. Both players on 45 HP. Nice in uniform, but it's about...
Oh my god, I'm so mad.
I was going to say it's about
David's
to become one player.
perfect.
Never mind. Devi perfectly dodged that,
Kidding.
but not the second time.
Turned around and
On the
died
other side,
immediately.
something has just decided to go for the save, so a good clean start as well. And I do like the fact that even though EDG are down, they're definitely not playing like it. They're taking their time, making sure they clear everything properly, trying to play with the rotations of PRX and...
All right,
really
I'm going to
giving
sit
themselves
down
the
once
best
EDG
possible
lose a
chance
round,
to
okay?
start what will be a...
I'll sit once they lose a round.
If they manage to do it. For something... It's whether or not he really wants to go for anything here. Financially, the team could afford it. He's already going to take the head off of Smoggy and just look to try and fall back. Send out Wingman to try and just deter them a little bit from pushing. And hey, made things at least a little bit more costly.
Yeah, Menti didn't have to go running in towards mid either and risk there being a player there. His back was secure. I think this is very nice by Chichu. Again, the fact that you have a jumping judge coming around and he's kind of low, it's unlucky to say the least of it. But for EDG,
Devi is not happy.
They
lost one round, he's already not happy.
11-4. If PRX win this one, it's more or less bind that we're going to be thinking about.
The laugh,
for
yeah.
EDG, this attack side has seen some elements of the PRX aggression. This time, we might get a little bit more. Straight up mid pushing 4 players around this part of the map. A is left wide open.
Well, they're all ready to swarm. This is going to be hard.
Back, but it allows
there's
them to be
4
ready on
B already.
much quicker.
5
EDG
B,
should
right?
be ready for.
There are so many players ready and waiting.
Cancel,
They've been
maybe?
able to take out at least a little bit of that utility.
You have to.
But I think the hesitation is right from EDG. They're just going to stop. I think they saw so much utility flying through on the other side,
way.
but Kankan, it just hasn't hit the same this game.
Oh my god.
Something given an opportunity to
God.
take that fight, and with your
Stop
duelist,
it,
your
stop it.
entry, your space taker
Don't
down,
talk, no talking.
it's not going to get any easier. Now,
God.
the A site is open for business.
Where did we go
I feel like someone
wrong?
almost needs to be left behind to try and catch someone on the rotation, because if you allow PRX to retake, I don't like those. Well,
He almost got away, by the
Be
way.
able to find one before trying to back away. Oh no!
Nice. Wait a minute.
Wow. So this is a big change.
Wait a
You know,
minute.
PRX
Everyone wait a
was
minute.
happy to play
Yeah,
retake on
free
A
A.
from the start of the round in a 5v5. In a 5v4 without Concon, even better. But now the numbers have changed hands a little bit. The advantage no longer sits towards
David.
PRX, and there's 2
does he
players
dare?
on the B site
On
still.
timing?
With
He's
alert
a
from
dangerous
nobody.
guy.
Active in mid. This has to be
W
huge for
Jinx, good
Devi,
job.
and he won't get anything. These last 2 players even splitting up. Oh, this could be dangerous. They don't check the close right corner, which, I mean, you wouldn't really think to check this late on in the game. Well, the punishment.
Damn, nobody?
Firmly.
That extra weaponry, something will have the operator. As you said, the ults have come online. You have to think that sooner rather than later, PRX are going to eventually get this one over the line. But for EDG,
What does this mean for C9?
they're now
Don't ask,
starting to
bro.
build into this. Still with the showstopper, Hunter's Fury for this round. And again, just this slow, tempered approach
Scary, 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 scary.
to
Very
gradually
scary.
take space. They're not really giving any information over onto the PRX side. And while one of the players who could find it is just sat with his operator in hand.
Single-handedly maintaining the control of the A site, where they've been so happy to play retake before. Something's got it on lockdown, but EDG
It's 3
not
here.
looking to take any risks towards
Just
that
'cause he
side
got
of the map.
scanned,
Instead, it's
just
the
a
B
silver
site
skin.
that they're
Yeah.
going to be
Really
targeting
bad.
now.
They were
There's
all
some utility
rotating.
being expanded to run that clock
Tag
down. 40
ult?
seconds.
This
as we're
is
gonna
too
see-
hard.
oh, even
Sage
deep
slows,
flash
KO
from
Molly.
them.
What the
30
fuck?
seconds, though. They have to
Trying
commit.
to stop this squad.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah,
send them
yeah.
back to A. or at least make it so that they have to blitz in, and with the showstopper, that's not really a problem. But risky. Okay, it's ended up fired at a corpse, and doesn't stand a chance.
They take his kill?
Serious work, Res online. We mentioned that earlier. They'll try to retake the body on the side of EDG, pushing forward.
Wait a damn minute.
Every single kill.
Wait a damn minute. Everyone just died.
Now making it to the B side.
just died.
It's time to save.
Save, right?
Tom, isn't it?
Save champ?
It is something. I don't think he's going to go for this, but you never really...
I mean, I'm not going to say it, but like they're starting to talk.
Looking to escape back out
No,
of
it's
there.
definitely an 11% now.
Because again, you see the knife coming through.
Did they get bonus?
That's why they
Should we
start
keep
just
the stats
blitzing
up?
the
Oh,
utility.
no,
and
not
then
this
you
again.
look in that
Did they
direction,
get
but
bonus? Can we
Not
get a
the
fact
bonus
check on that?
showstopper taking
Wait, I
space,
actually
and
think they
then
did get bonus.
just solid trade work from EDG.
No,
Nah.
It also seems like every time we've had an operator for the defensive side, it has not been in the right place. Both teams have managed to avoid the superstar operator player for the other side, and now I'm just looking at Howdong. He might be about to clear this gun for free, but he's got spidey senses. I don't know why.
They know how to battle back from those mental positions. That won't
It's
be
probably
a real
too far
challenge.
away.
Slow through and a deep orb. This is PRX telling EDG, we're going to fight for this control over B main this round.
Yeah, I think it was an adaptation that was needed. Just allowing them to have a lot of this control to late execute has definitely been causing issues.
Hands off the phone. Hands are off the phone, man.
Something. I think he's just jump peeking deep A. Like, his positioning has been able to give them a lot of control, but they are going to look to try and force him back. The drone again being utilized just to try and clear this
Hey, we
position.
see you, bro.
Something just has no fear, though. He's ready for someone
Yo,
to
he
try
went
and
for
take
that jump
risk, but it
spot,
has
that
pulled a player
one little
further forward.
pixel.
The problem, though, is that this B main stack-up is still here.
They
just run through the smoke like this?
Of course, it's Mind Freak. Although the poisons might be off, he's still got his rifle ready to fight.
GG's.
And Concon with another
This
death on the
GG.
board. He's struggled in this series, but Mind Freak most certainly has it.
That was a
And
fake
with Forsaken
comeback.
dropping nobody, it's looking like this might be map 2 already on the minds of EDG.
That was not it for EDG there, right? They're looking kind of dry.
That is the first map for